Up to this point in the course, we learned about pages and we learned about routing, and that Next.js helps us with routing and that it allows us to define a route structure and define our routes in general by setting up files and folders in the pages folder. But as you see here on this slide as well, Next.js is not just about routing. And that's also what I already explained in the first course section of this course. Whilst this is a major building block of Next.js, and whilst this is already a pretty amazing feature that could be a good reason for using Next.js, it's not the only reason why we might want to use Next.js. Instead, Next.js helps us with building full-stack React apps, as I also mentioned before in the course already. And it helps us with that by, for example, pre-rendering pages on the server side. And that's important. And in this section, we're going to explore what exactly that means. But in the end, Next.js will help us with executing code not just on the client side, so in the React app that runs in the browsers of our users, but it helps us with running code on the server side as well. For example, for preparing data or for loading data that is then needed by the page that should be displayed. Therefore, this course section is about data fetching. It is about how Next.js helps us blend server-side with client-side code and why we might want to do that. And we're going to explore what exactly data fetching means and why it matters and how Next.js helps us with that. And we're then specifically going to explore static generation versus server-side generation, what these concepts are and when to use which and how to use them, of course. And we're going to see how exactly we do prepare and fetch data with Next.js and how that differs from traditional React apps.